Hello? Yeah. What's going on? I've done it already. Yeah. It was on Saturday. Nah, Norwich. Nah, it was an experience. You know when you've always watched other people's TED talks and you think, boy, one day I'd like to get to that stage and all of a sudden I got the invitation and it was mind blowing. You know, yeah, blessings, man, blessings. It's a privilege to be able to be an inspiration. Yeah. Listen, do you know what? That's what people would say. They're thinking, okay, I would have smashed it quite easy. I wrote the first speech in about 2 minutes. Um, and then I thought, nah, it's too easy because I've seen people had done it last year. And I said to myself, no, I got to challenge myself. So I had to dig deeper. So when I dug deeper, I guess, yeah, yeah, nah, I think it was about 20 speakers, 20 of the different speakers. Yeah. And boy, I discovered some interesting things about it. Yeah, the theme was dream big. No, so as soon as I got on stage, I was getting emotional. I started crying. Do you know what? It was the weirdest experience. There's something about when you dig deep, because I said to myself, like, the speech needed to be authentic. The speech needed to be authentic. And when I dug deep, I was able to really discover the fact that I'm actually insecure. And it's a weird one because where basically I went as far back as secondary school. The day that my insecurities began at secondary school was when I was in my French class, and a colleague of mine who was in the same year group as me, smart guy, hated him, loved him at the same time. And man was having a French conversation with the French teacher. And on that day, I said to myself, how come he's so smart and I'm so dumb? And that day in French class was when my insecurities began, and I didn't know it. So the insecurity grew with me. So the insecurity is now more sophisticated. The insecurity is like mature. And now, because it's not, no one's going to open their mouth and say, oh, look, I'm insecure. No, no, nah, you wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. So no one would ever say, oh, I'm insecure. No one wants to admit it. But what happens is because we're grown, oh, we're not going to be seen to, no one wants to admit that they're scared. So what takes place is this: we begin to camouflage our fears and insecurities, which is what I did. So you will achieve great things, but you don't know what's driving you or what's hindering you. So here's one thing I know: I could have achieved a lot more without the insecurity. So to discover that I have some levels of insecurities that has actually hindered my dream is one of the biggest disappointments. But it's also a big lesson as well, because one thing I know now is I know what my next focus is. I've achieved a lot with the confidence that I had, but now I know I can take my focus and start really building a lot more. And now my advice to anyone is just literally be honest with yourself. And I think the more you challenge yourself, the more scared you become, and the more free you become. So I'm just like letting loose, unleashing the beast. Ah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean it's been a privilege, and it explains the reason why I would have lots of ideas, and I would not even try one of them. So I keep creating new ideas because the voice in your head tells you, oh, that idea is rubbish. So scrap that. Do another one. You do another one. You find out that idea is rubbish. So the TEDx was really revealing for me because I got really deep and authentic about preparation. And I tapped into demons that I didn't even know was there. I tapped into insecurities that I didn't know was there. I know. Yet it's gonna be out in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. Boy, crying was not part of the script. Crying was not part of the script. Trust me. I got on stage. As soon as I got on stage, it was like I got on stage and you could feel the tears. I was like, yo, bruh, it's the beginning of the speech. You can't be crying now. That's like maybe at the end. Mate, when I was getting to key parts of the speech, it was hitting me. and the audience was just like in total silence. You got grown man like crying. I couldn't hold it. And for me, I didn't want to hold it back because this was me being vulnerable, and I embraced my vulnerability, and I'm glad that it went the way it went. Totally wouldn't change a thing. I practiced like a beast, but I really dug into the authentic elements of the speech, which allowed it to become the viral speech that it's going to become. So yeah, I really give thanks. Now I'll send you the link. No, I'm gonna put out the link when it comes out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cool. Now, thanks for checking in, man. Thanks for the messages beforehand as well. Blessings. Yeah. What's up, people? How you doing? I just had a conversation about the TEDx talk that I did. Thoroughly amazing. I would urge everyone to be real with themselves. It was very emotional for me, and I'm still sort of unpacking it till now. And I'm very much in a somber mode because I was able to tap into the things that were hindering me from stepping forward, and it unlocked so much of who I am. It unlocked, the dreams that I kept hidden, and I'm thank God that I'm discovering this now, not when I'm 60, not when I'm 50. I'm a young whippersnapper, so I can run after the dreams now before it's too late. So my goal over the next coming months is everything I've always wanted to do or achieve. I'm on that path because the talk was how to motivate the next generation, and the only way to motivate the next generation is for us to unlock our dreams. Because when we unlock our dreams, we become an automatic role model for them. So yeah, it was a great experience. The link will be out soon. Thanks to everybody that actually sent me messages. And yeah, whatever you do, be authentic. And be authentic means, if it means being vulnerable, it's okay. Vulnerability is strength. When I stood in front of that audience of 500 people, I said to myself, be authentic. Don't just give a speech off the top of your head. Oh, clap, wonderful, that was inspirational. No, 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 no. Dig deep. And when I dug deep, I hit some wounds. And I started crying, and people in the room started crying. Grown men came up to me and be like, yo, thank you. You made me cry, but thank you. So I'm so happy that I did that. But it only came from me being vulnerable and then and being real. Mao Talabi, thank you so much. You watched it. He said I was therefore it was therefore authentic, not canned, not staged, just real. Well done. Thank you for the advice. I remembered your advice. I took everybody's advice on and I used it. So no, it was great. It was great. I'm a very creative person. Please, if you're watching right now, just embrace every part of you. And I think the more you stop watching what other people are doing, the more you'll be able to embrace what you're meant to be doing. That's the way I see it. I've got some crazy ideas, and you guys just stay tuned. You watch me see me do my craziness. But I restricted my craziness because I used to think, well, if you reveal your craziness, people are gonna judge you. If you reveal your craziness, no one will accept you. But my craziness makes me feel happy. I like playing the guitar. I like busting joke. I like acting, singing, dancing. That's me. I like being spontaneous. That's me. And if people don't like that, that's okay. At least I'm honorable to me. So please, I beg you, before it's too late, do what makes you happy and forget everybody else. Let them go and run their race and you run your race. So what is that one thing you've always wanted to do, but you did not do it because of what you think people might think, or because of what you think people might say? I want to offend people. I don't care, but I know that I don't have it in my nature to hurt anyone. My intention is always pure. So why am I going to let your opinion keep me in prison? Forget it, So I learned a lot. It's going to come out and it's going to go viral. It's going to go worldwide. It's going to be the #1 TEDx talk ever on motivation and motivating the next generation. It's going to open doors for me to actually go and speak on the actual main TED Talk stage. It's going to open doors for me in government to work with government officials in terms of impacting their team, their leaders, and their people. It's going to bring me sort of like, 6-figure income as a speaker. It's going to take me worldwide. I'm gonna get speaking agent off the back of it, book deals. I'm gonna get acting jobs from it. My TV show, The Action Jackson Show, is going to be birthed as a result of it, and definitely is going to really challenge me to create more. Yeah, so that was my intention. Listen, it's so important for everyone to have an intention for whatever you do. If you don't have a strong intention, forget it. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it's so important to have the right intention. Before I went in, I said, this is what I want. By the time I was done on the same day, I got me a speaker agent, and I said, this agent must get me this kind of job that's going to pay me this amount of money because I deserve that kind of income. And boom, I was like, wow, that's amazing to have an intention. So I'm sharing this with you on this raw process so that you can know and understand that your dreams can come true. When you prosper where you're planted, you be promoted. When you prosper where you're planted, you be promoted. So no holds bar. Miles says, I watched you do a video that said you almost bought a Subway sandwich shop. Yeah, that's also a great message. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, go viral. Yeah. Almost bought a franchise. That's another story. Listen, don't ever share your dreams with a chicken that cannot fly. Okay? People, it's funny how people have no boldness, okay, when it comes to their life, but when it comes to your life, they've got the boldness to actually tell you what you can or cannot do. Are you serious? What are you doing with your life? You're doing nothing. I almost swore there. You're doing nothing with your life, but yet you think, do you know what? To be honest, I think we are our own worst critics. You know, if and look at this. I'm doing this live from my living room. Okay, would we have that same capability years before? No. The tools you have right now in the palm of your hand, Bill Clinton did not even have during his presidency. Yeah, you've got more information in your hand right now than Shakespeare had in his whole lifetime. And yet you're still making excuses. Shame on us if we keep making excuses. Nah. Like, do you know what? To be successful, double your failure rate. The more you're failing, the more you're bruising, the better, because it means you're moving towards something. It's like you're going to face that resistance. It's like that takeoff, you know. And there's that resistance. There's that resistance because a rocket takes up 50% of its fuel on takeoff. And once you're in orbit, see, you got that now. You can be chilling, because you worked hard. Anyway, I just thought I'd do this little video as I do, just to help you out. You know, please don't just watch it. Please, just go and do something with it. Get scared, get excited at the same time. Bye.